Today we're making 5 easy cocktail recipes using this bottle of vodka. In the cocktail world, vodka is very often considered as a spirit that lacks personality, yet it remains an incredibly popular spirit across the world. Although it may seem quite neutral in flavor, it remains a very interesting base for a number of cocktails. Today we're going to explore 5 easy recipes that are going to change a little bit from the most classics I see, at least in the area where I live. Full disclosure, I personally don't mix very often with vodka, so this video was for me a very good occasion to dig in the subject and try some new things, and who knows, discover some hidden gems. Let's make some drinks. Let's start with the salty dog. First, we need to prep our glass. So grab yourself a highball glass. I like to use a piece of citrus on half the rim of the glass, then dip it in salt. So you still have a choice to use the salted rim or the not salted rim. In your shaker, start with 1.5 ounces of vodka, half an ounce of Maraschino liqueur, and 1.5 ounces of freshly squeezed grapefruit juice. Fill your shaker with ice, give it a good shake till chilled and diluted. Double strain in your highball glass and garnish with a little slice of grapefruit. And there you have the salty dog. Oh, let's give it a taste. Cheers. Well, so this one is a twist on the Greyhound, which is usually made with gin or vodka and grapefruit. The difference is the salt rim, which adds something very interesting, I believe. It really serves as a seasoning for this cocktail, balancing out the bitter and tart notes from the grapefruit. The maraschino is really not lost in there. It adds an interesting sweetness and nuttiness to the drink, so surprisingly a nice one. Now let's make the banker's lunch. In your shaker, start with 1.5 ounces of vodka, half an ounce of dry vermouth, half an ounce of orange liqueur, I'm using Cointreau, and half an ounce of freshly squeezed grapefruit juice. Fill your shaker with ice, give it a good shake for 5 to 10 seconds, and serve it in a low-bowl glass. Garnish with a grapefruit zest. And there you have the banker's lunch. All right, it's time to taste. Cheers. Okay, very breakfasty actually. Well, not my favorite from the selection, I would say. You get a bit of grapefruit, bit of orange, a little bit of dryness from the vermouth, but in that case, the vodka just gives a kick in the background of alcohol. Let me give it another try. It's really bitter, actually. Not my favorite. Now let's make the APPLETINI. In your shaker, start with 1.5 ounces of your vodka, 1.5 ounce of green apple juice, I use freshly pressed, 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, and my secret ingredients is half an ounce of apple brandy. I use French Calvados here, but you can use Applejack. Fill your shaker with ice, give it a good shake for 5 to 10 seconds, and serve it in an old school martini glass. For garnish, good old apple fan will do the trick. And there you have the APPLETINI. All right, let's taste the APPLETINI. Cheers. Ooh. So the Calvados is really a nice addition to this one. I should try it without to see the difference, but of course very appley, but very fresh with the freshly squeezed apple juice. Calvados adds really a lot of depth and a bit of sweetness. It's overall really balanced. There's only a little lemon, a little sugar in there, but this is a good surprise. Highly popular in the 90s. I had never tasted it, and this is a good surprise. Now let's make the ruby. In a shaker, start with 1.5 ounce of vodka, 3/4 ounce of elderflower liqueur. You can use Saint-Germain or any other elderflower liqueur. 1/2 ounce of Aperol, 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, freshly squeezed of course, and 3/4 ounce of red grapefruit juice. Add 1 egg white. Start with dry shake for 20-30 seconds without ice. Then add some ice to your shaker and give it a good shake for around 10 seconds. Serve it in a coupe. Look at that texture. No garnish on this one. The foam is beautiful. All right, now let's give this one a taste quickly. Cheers. Well, really nice, surprisingly complex. On the bitter side, the grapefruit comes first. There is fruitiness and floral notes. The elderflower is really not lost in there. Aperol and grapefruit are always a great match. I really love the texture that the egg whites adds. I would definitely not make this one without it. Remember, you can use aquafaba if you don't like to use egg whites. So overall, a very pleasing and balanced drink. Interesting. Finally, let's make the ANARCHIST'S Pop Shop. This one was created by bartender Alexander Russell in Toronto. In a mixing glass, start with 1 ounce of vodka, 1/2 ounce of cherry heering, and 1/4 ounce of Benedictine. Add a big piece of lemon zest, fill your mixing glass with ice, give it a good stir for 20-30 seconds, and serve it in a highball glass over ice. Finally, top with soda water. And there you have the ANARCHIST'S Pop Shop. All right, let's give this one a taste. Cheers. Actually really balanced. What he tried to do was to recreate a more refined version of a flavored soda water that was black cherry flavored, and I think it works really well. Of course, you get the flavor from the cherry here in the front, but the Benedictine has a nice little complexity there, and I think it works absolutely fine. I would have that every day of the week. Some herbal notes from the Benedictine, but yeah, mostly the cherry flavor from the cherry heering. Vodka gives it a little backbone there. Very refreshing, pleasant to drink, sweet but not too much. I love it. Now I'm very curious to know what is your favorite vodka cocktail recipe. Don't hesitate to let me know in the comment. I hope you could get some inspiration from the recipes we tried today. I had a few good surprises myself, so I was happy to try this out. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to give us a thumbs up or subscribe. It helps the channel. I will see you in the next one for new cocktail adventures. Cheers!